This is our bite-sized podcast, keeping you up to date with the latest in science fiction. It's the news with Matt Miller.
Welcome. It's Friday, the 5th of February, 2021. A couple of things before we get started. Did you know that 90% of Trek Zone's viewers are not subscribed? Please consider smashing that red subscribe button just down below on YouTube, or even on the podcast. If you're listening to us as well, you can subscribe to our feeds to get the latest episodes downloaded to your device. That really helps boost the engagement, and YouTube loves that kind of thing. The other thing I'm keen for you to help me out with is the move to Studio 4. If you can, I'm hoping to raise a little bit of money, and thanks to buymeacoffee.com, I'm hoping to do just that. Our link is the TrekZone/support. That's going to take you straight to our Buy Me a Coffee page. You can either shout me a coffee, which will go towards buying me a coffee, or even becoming a member, just like Patreon, but better. Each month you'll be donating towards Trek Zone and supporting this podcast network that we've become. It's all me, it's all Matt Miller here at Trek Zone. So would really appreciate your support. All right, now that's out of the way. Let's dive straight into the news. And for the first time since 1997, Star Trek has a couple of nominations at the 52nd Image Awards by the NAACP. Lower Decks gets a pair of nods, the show itself for Outstanding Animated Series, and Captain Freeman's voice, Dawn Lewis, is nominated for Outstanding Character Voiceover Performance. Lewis is up against strong competition in Aisha Tyler from Archer, Courtney B. Vance from Hollywood's Architect Dion Cole in Kippo and the Age of Wonder Beasts, and Leia de Leon Hayes in Doc McStuffins. Meanwhile, director Hanelle Culpepper has been nominated for Outstanding Directing in a Drama Series for the pilot ep of Picard. The original series won an award at the first ceremony in 1967, and Nichelle Nichols, Avery Brooks, and Alfre Woodard have been nominated since. Voting is open now, with the ceremony to be held virtually on March 27. Jeri Ryan has opened up to fans once again, giving us an insight into the production of Picard. The actress had confirmed, and we reported, that filming on the second season of Picard was due to commence on Feb 1. But that seems to have been pushed back, with Ryan telling a fan filming would kick off soon. In response to another question, the 7 of 9 actress emphasised her preference of playing the former Borg drone on Picard rather than Voyager. We're looking forward to the second Picard season. We know that as well as Ryan, Whoopi Goldberg will be returning, as well as hints that Gates McFadden, LeVar Burton, and John Delancey could be making cameos too. A new doco about Nichelle Nichols is coming to digital and on demand from Feb 16. Woman in Motion, Nichelle Nichols, Star Trek, and the remaking of NASA tells the true story of how the Uhura actress worked with the American Space Agency to recruit people of colour and women into the program in the 70s. The release on Apple will have exclusive bonus content, which hopefully will be available worldwide. By popular demand, let's keep you up to date with the latest science and space news. SpaceX is aiming to back up its launch of 60 Starlink satellites earlier in the week with another on the weekend. That earlier launch heralded a milestone for that particular Falcon 9 rocket, being its 5th launch and successful retrieval. Not only that, but it last flew 27 days ago, earning another record for quickest turnaround. Starlink 17 was due to launch on Monday, but will now take flight over the weekend, with Starlink 18 launching first. There was a brief few moments at the launch complex where both missions could have been sent into orbit within a few hours, but it wasn't to be. And in more SpaceX news, Starship 9 has exploded as it attempted to land at the company's testing range in Boca Chica, Texas. This is the second explosion on landing for Starship, but valuable data continues to be recorded and analysed for future operations. Talking Science is back. Dr. Brad Tucker and I diving into the stories of the week in our Tuesday show. But of course, science never sleeps, so I'll be bringing you some more headlines on this, the Friday podcast of the news. Meanwhile, this week on Trek Zone, we kicked off the week by looking back at that time when Sam Cockings released his fan film Temporal Anomaly, started playing the sequel to the 25th anniversary Judgment Rights, talked science with Dr. Brad, as I said, in our 2021 return. We caught up with that time when Melinda Snodgrass beamed in for a chat about Bruce Maddox and her writing work, and Sam Cockings dropped by to catch up. Next on Trek Zone, we now have 7 shows for the 7 days of the week. The Trek Zone Variety Show kicks off on the next podcast. Keely will be here with the latest news and reviews from other sci-fi shows. We start a 4-week look at that time when we covered fan films done right. More retro gameplay, part 2 with Sam Cockings, and our first Talkin' Science interview with Professor David Flannery beaming in to discuss sample return missions as we gear up for live coverage of Perseverance landing on Mars in a couple of weeks. And real soon, Noah Averbach-Katz will be joining me to have a chat about his work on Discovery as Rin, the Andorian, and also being married into the cast. It's an absolutely fantastic chat with Noah. Looking forward to bringing that one to you in a couple of weeks. To make sure that you don't miss it, you're going to have to subscribe if you're not already. Like I said at the top of the show, over 90% of Trek Zone's viewers on our shows. We really appreciate you watching the podcast, but we've got to get you to subscribe as well. If you see that red subscribe button on YouTube, give it a smash for me. Make me feel all warm and fuzzy on the inside, and tell YouTube that you like what we're doing, because that's apparently how they know this thing. It sounds like a meme, it sounds like a joke. I know a lot of YouTubers say it, but it really actually does make a difference. I can see that 90%, 90 to 10 ratio. I really want to get that down even to 70-30 by the end of February. That'll be absolutely fantastic. So, like I said, and like I'm going to keep saying, smash that red subscribe button if it is there. And if you really feel like it, ring the bell as well and activate all notifications, because then you'll get a list of Trek Zone's new episodes without having to go hunting for them. And like I say every week, like, follow and subscribe to Trek Zone all over social media as well. Twitter's been down a little bit, so if you're on Twitter, love you to follow the show as well. We're TrekZone.org all over social media. Search for us, like us, follow us, subscribe us. It'll make me feel really warm and fuzzy. And like I said, if you can buy me a coffee, that'd be fantastic, or sign up for membership. I'm going to get into getting some perks together for members as members start joining. And very, very soon, we're going to be moving to Studio 4. For now, though, for Trek Zone, I'm Matt Miller. Thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you again real soon.